Gideon defeats Midianites. Then Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, and all the people who were with him, got up early and set up camp at Hebron Springs. There was a camp of Midianites to the north of them in the valley near the hill of Moreh. The Lord said to Gideon, You have too many people with you for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel glorify themselves over me, saying, Our own power saved us, so now call out so the people can hear. Whoever is afraid and anxious may turn back and leave Mount Gilead. So 22,000 from among the people turned back, and 10,000 were left. But the Lord said to Gideon, There are still too many people. Bring them down to the water, and I will test them for you there. When I say to you, This one will go with you, he will go with you. Everyone but who I will say, This one will not go with you, will not go. So he brought the people down to the water, and the Lord said to Gideon, You shall set apart by himself everyone who laps the water with his tongue like dog, likewise everyone who kneels down to drink. The number of those who lapped, putting their hands to their mouths, there was hundreds. The rest had kneeled to drink water. The Lord said to Gideon, With 300 men who lapped to drink, I will save you and give the Midianites into your hands. All the rest of the people should go home. So the 300 men took provision to ram horns, trumpets in their hands. Gideon sent all the other Israelite men to their tents, but he kept the 300 men. Now the Midianites camped below him in the valley that night. The Lord said to him, Get up and go down into the camp, for I have given it into your hands. Yet, if you are not afraid to go down, then go down to the camp with Purah, your servant. Listen to what they say, and afterwards you will be emboldened to go down to the camp. So he and Purah, his servant, went down near the edge of the camp. Now the Midianites, Amalekites, and the Canaanites covered the valley like locusts, and their camels could not be counted, for they were numerous as grain, as sands of the seashore. Gideon came and overheard one man was telling his dream to another man, said, Listen to the man. I had saw a dry cake of barley bread rolling into the Midianites' camp. I rode up in a tent and struck it. It fell, turned upside down, and collapsed. The other man responded, This is none other than the sword of Gideon, son of Joseph, Israelite. God has given Midianites and the whole camp into his hands. When Gideon heard the telling of the dream and its interpret, he worshipped, returned to the camp of Israel, and said, Get up, for the Lord has given the Midianites camp into your hands. He divided 300 men into 3 combat units. He gave all of them ram horns, trumpets, empty jars, and torches with the jars. He said to them, Look at me and do likewise. Watch, and when I come to the perimeter of the camp, do as I do. When I and all who are with me blow your horn, you will blow the horns all around the camp, and shout for the Lord and for Gideon. So Gideon and 100 men with him went to the edge of the camp and started the middle night watch. Just as they were sitting to watch, then they blew the horns. They smashed the jars on their hands, and 3 combat units blew the horns and broke the jars. They held the torches in their left hands and their horns blowing in their right hands. They called a sword for the Lord of the Gideon. Every man stood in his place all around the camp, but the men of the camp ran shoutedly and fled. When they blew 300 horns, the Lord turned every man's sword against his fellow man throughout the camp. The Midianites' camp fled to the Beth-Shada in the direction of Zihar, up to the border of Abal Mathal near Tabith. The men of Israel from Nephal, Asher, all of Manasseh were summoned, and they chased after the Midianites. Now Gideon sent messengers throughout the hill country of Ephraim, saying, Come down to engage Midianite in battle. Take control of the waterways as far as Beth-Barah and the Jordan. All the men of Ephraim were summoned, and they took control of the waterways as far as Beth-Barah and the Jordan. They captured Orb and Zeb, the 2 Midianite commanders. They killed Orb at the rock of Zeb, and killed Zeb at the windpress of Zeb. They chased after the Midianites and brought the heads of the Orbs and Zeb to Gideon on the other side of the Jordan.